My name is Pramod Bangalore. Welcome to my YouTube channel, quote unquote, my perspective. So, what is this channel, quote unquote, all about? This channel, the inspiration for this channel came from WhatsApp. Now, there are hardly anybody who are not part of WhatsApp in the present world. Once you are in WhatsApp, you will be part of one or the other group, at the minimum one group of WhatsApp. It might be friends, it might be relatives, it might be the professional group or neighbors, or one or the other group is what you will be associated with or part of it. Every morning when you wake up, the first thing most of us do is look at our WhatsApp, and there is one good morning message. There are simply good morning or a quote. This quote has been the inspiration for me to come up with this YouTube channel called Quote and Unquote. Good morning messages have become so important in WhatsApp group. I have seen people spending 15 to half minutes to half an hour previous day to post the right morning message in the WhatsApp group. So my inspiration is that. So what do I propose to do from this channel is give my perspective to the morning quotes. The number of quotes which are flowing through is amazing. Each group comes up with its own WhatsApp messages in terms of morning quotes. I'm going to pick up two or three in each of my show and try to give my perspective to it in terms of my learning experiences and learning it from friends and relatives. Now, I have kind of classified these morning quotes into three different segments. One set of quotes which I classify it as life lessons, where people have made these quotes based on the experiences they have had in life. It might be good, it might be bad. The second one is going to be about relationships. A lot of quotes come up as to how important the relationships are, how it is going away nowadays. So I see a lot of quotes, so I kind of clubbed all those quotes under the head of relationships. And the last one is the motivational, which we see too often. Given the present stress and various things we are going through right now, I think the motivational talk is the most important ones right now in the current world. So I am going to talk about two of them in each show, give my perspective, talk about how to go about trying to overcome all these things. This is what my channel, quote unquote, is all about. I am going to pick up quotes which are already there. At times, I might put my own quote, which I think is my own. Only reason being that I have not found that quote, but probably somebody has used it. So wherever I feel that I have not seen that kind of a quote, I'm going to put my name. Else, otherwise, I am going to use the morning quotes which have come my way. Hope this is going to be useful and people would like this, which is going to be a big inspiration for me to take this channel forward. I'm going to start the show, quote unquote, with this quote about life lessons. Things won't get better until you start thinking better. Thinking is the most important thing for things to look better. Every human being wants to succeed. Nobody wants to fail. But to reach the success in the path, you are going to see a lot of failures. Some admit it, some don't. But failures are part of the success. At every failure, you cannot take a step back. Now, during these phases of failures, thinking matters. People who think positive are the people who are going to be successful. So, thinking plays a very, very important role. It's easy to say think positive, especially during those rough patches, but it's very difficult to put it into action in the real time. Different people have different ways of overcoming this negative thinking. One of the ways, what I have found useful is take out the word good and bad, good face and bad face. Look at everything as a learning experience. So, moment you take that word good and bad out of this life dictionary, then things will look better because everything you look at it as a experience. That's one way which, to an extent, is going to help you with the positive thinking. And once you wake up in the morning, think of items which you feel are not going to work your way and think of items which you feel are going to work your way. Keep a tab on things which you feel are going to work your way and try to be prepared for the unexpected, for the things which you feel are not going to, which you feel things which are not going to work your way. Expecting the unexpected brings down the negative thoughts. Moment you are prepared, okay, this might go wrong, this is what I will do if it go wrong, then your degree of negative thinking comes down. You stay with a positive setup. Quote, if you have a live frog for breakfast in the morning, you know the worst is behind you. So wake up every day with the feeling that yesterday was the worst day. I have overcome the worst. Today is only going to get better. So worst is behind me. At the end of the day, you might see something bad than the previous day, but at least when you wake up in the morning, start with that positive attitude. So you are going to look at things in a different perspective, which is going to help you in the positive thinking. Let me move on to the second one, which is a motivation, which I classify under a motivational. It is again related to my previous one in terms of thinking. Now, I talked about failures, rough patches. When you're going through rough patches, there's been a lot of disappointments, and there are times when you want to give up. And you look around, you see all successful people, and that brings you down more. So, when during those rough patches, there are times when you need to take a step back and wait for things to happen. Now, some people don't believe in this. Let me give my perspective to it. When things are going your way, there are so many things which are happening behind you which you don't even know, which is simply happening automatically. And sometimes you feel that you are kind of entitled to those things to happen automatically. When you're hitting those rough patches is when you realize those small things which were happening automatically are not happening anymore. You need to put efforts even for the small things. Even if you're putting effort, it's not working your way. That is when the disappointment pitches in. That is when the negative things pitch in. So those are the times when you need to take a step back. And when things are not happening automatically and things are not falling into place automatically, few things which were happening, sometimes it is called luck. Some believe in luck, some don't believe in luck. But my experience is whether you call it luck or give a different name, there are few things which needs to fall in its place. Else it's very difficult for a human being to basically take the road of success. Now, when things are not going your way, as I step back, but you again simply cannot sit back and wait for the luck to kick in. So you need to work towards it. So you need to work towards making things happen. Now it might happen, it might not happen. You might have to keep on knocking the door. Someday the door is going to be opened by someone. Be patient. So especially during the rough patches, being patient, knocking every door, taking a step back, not trying too hard is going to work. So don't wait for the luck to happen. Whether you believe in luck or not, it has a different perspective from my perspective. I define luck as few things falling in place on its own. So don't wait for that. Work towards making things fall in places. It is going to happen. Hope these two things gave some good perspective on dealing with positive thinking and having patience. Thanks for listening.